Foreign policy, the Iran deal. Iran has continued to pose a threat to the United States and the rest of the world. It has an illegal nuclear weapons program, threatens U.S. ally Israel, and publicly supports terrorism. They have shown themselves to be an enemy to the U.S., and foreign policy needs to be established to ensure the safety of both countries. The major stakeholders in the deal are the U.S., China, Russia, Germany, France, and the UK, as well as Iran and the Middle East. These countries agreed that Iran was a threat and foreign policy needed to be addressed. Agenda setting. Many countries felt threatened by Iran's nuclear program. Iran had an abundance of resources, uranium in particular, needed to build an atomic weapon quickly. Because of previous hostile relations, the US were worried about what Iran would do with the nuclear weapons if their program continued. Policy formulation. The Iran deal was proposed to stop Iran's nuclear program and protect other countries along with the US. The US, the UK, France, Germany, Russia, and China all signed the deal. It prevented Iran from continuing its nuclear weapons development by placing sanctions. Nuclear sanctions could be removed if Iran complied with the deal. Results of the Iran deal. Policy implementation. International inspectors from the International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA) were given the task of monitoring all aspects of the Iran deal to make sure it isn't being violated. Iran has agreed to implement the additional protocol to their IAEA Safeguards Agreement, which will allow inspectors to access and inspect any suspicious sites. The IAEA will slowly relieve Iran of sanctions, but can put them back in place if any part of the deal is violated. Policy evaluation. The deal has been mostly effective at solving the problem. Iran has complied with the regulations, materials were shipped out of the country, and nuclear operations were ended. The policy should be revised and restrict Iran's military technology even further. In October, they test launched a ballistic missile. It didn't violate the nuclear deal, but more restrictions should be placed on Iran's missile program. I would classify it as incremental change. Iran is still a danger to the US, and terrorism should be taken seriously. New foreign policy in the Middle East is needed for the future and to avoid any more bad conflicts or wars. Conclusion. I have learned how the Iran deal was formed, implemented, and its results. The Iran nuclear deal is a very important policy that affects the safety of the United States and relations between the US and Iran. The deal is just a small part of the foreign policy that is being implemented, but is still crucial to the safety of our country and others.